All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am live, alive, kicking. And if my audio goes off, that's it. I'll retire. Okay? From live broadcasting, I will retire. So today we're going to be covering Rahu in the third house in your Navamsa chart. And what happens when Rahu is in the third house in your D9 Navamsa chart. And I'm looking this way because I'm actually seeing you guys live. So I want to make sure that everything is right with this audio. So Navamsa chart is a divisional chart in Vedic Astrology, which shows about the second half of your life, the path of your soul. It's your marriage. It's the internal character of who you are. Who you are internally and what you show outside is two different things. Okay, Lagna shows what is it that you're trying to present people. What is it that you are trying to show? It's kind of like the Arudha. It's kind of like the Arudha Lagna. It is part of your character, like I'm playing a character, right? KRS, Kapil Raj. Internally, Kapil Raj is something else. When the video turns off, when Facebook turns off, who am I? Who am I truly is the Navamsa. Okay? So Rahu is there in the third house. And what this does, first of all, in Navamsa, if you are married, there is a lot of delusion, illusion, and boosting about your goals and plans within the marriage. Like, honey, we're going to start a business next year. And you know what? We'll probably make $10 million from this business. And then I think we should buy a home, in probably Aspen, Colorado. You know what? We got to buy ourselves a brand new car. I want to buy a Bentley. Like, you know what, hon? You watch. I am going to be so successful that you won't have to work and I will take care of everything. Rahu becomes this. See, Rahu's nature is to expand itself beyond its means. Because Rahu, if you really try to understand through all the classical stories, Rahu's plan from the beginning was to achieve something which is unachievable. Like, for example, some kid who is so poor, doesn't even have enough money to buy a pen, and yet has a desire to become an IAS officer, to become a prime minister of a country. So that's a Rahu desire. Like, go achieve something more than that you are capable of. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. So we kind of get into this illusion. Like, okay, I want fame. How do I get fame? I want to be, the next Salman Khan. I want to be, the next Brad Pitt. So it's like Rahu keeps you going. This is why Rahu is actually important. It is a motivational factor in our life. It keeps us going beyond our means. We always think of goals which are beyond our reach. We think of somebody becoming a billionaire like, how can I do that? All right, let me think of something. Let me think of a business plan. While your karma, your set karma, which is unchangeable, is only saying that you're only going to do this and that's it. Right? And nobody wants to know that. And Rahu is somebody who went beyond its means to wanting to become a god, wanting to become a deva. That's why he took the Amrit within itself. And the drop went, the body got cut off. That means there was just hunger, constant hunger. And since the body got cut off, you got to understand that Rahu is this mouth that takes sun and moon in. Okay, takes sun and moon in. But because of the fact, no body being there, things always come out of the throat and become free. So in the same way, all of the desires that you have. I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that, and I'm going to communicate this, and I want that. They come in and they just leave. There's no set thing that, okay, this is what I want to achieve, and I'm going to achieve it. When does that happen? Like you'll see a 13-year-old child saying that I am going to be the greatest mathematician ever. And at 25, they're the greatest mathematician ever. Why? Because Rahu needs support. The desires need support of the physical planets, because physical planets are binding you to this karma in this life, on this planet, in this biomechanical suit called body. So when it's in the third house of communication, when it's in the third house of efforts, when it's in the third house of self-efforts, one will tremendously boast about the things that they want to achieve, the things, what everything is to them, and they will also boost about their marriage. Especially in Navamsha, in the third house in birth chart, they will not do that. In the Navamsha, they'll be like, oh my God, my marriage is so great. We have the, we go out and we have the most greatest time. My wife does this, my wife does that, my husband does this. Okay. But that's boosting beyond your means. While you may have an average marriage, you argue, you fight, you come back, you love each other, but there's this way of boasting. So even in your conversation within the marriage, you're always in delusion of who your spouse is and who you want them to be. Who you want them to be. You talk to them in a way, the way that you're projecting them within your mind. Like, honey, you know, we should go to the Bahamas and we should do this, and we should just, sit near the beach and do this. While your spouse hates the beach, has no desire to travel, wants to stay in. You take them against their will, against their wishes, to Bahamas, and then you tell everybody, look at this, we're in Bahamas having the greatest time of our life. And then what you do the Rahu thing. You take a picture, a selfie, with your smiling spouse. People think you're happy, you're doing great. But your spouse doesn't want to be there. That's Rahu in the third house. So that's one thing you have to watch out, because this is your Rahu. It's not about spouse. This is about you. You gotta stop putting these. You gotta stop projecting all of these fantasies upon your marriage in your communication. Who you want them to be. Who are they? No, you gotta accept them for who they are. The physicalness of that person. Because Rahu becomes that smoke and mirrors. Like, okay, you are this, and I want you to be this. On the other hand, as soon as you get married, or once you go into your second half of life, like 36th year onwards, Navamsha really fully becomes active. So what happens then? You suddenly get interested in media. No matter who you are, you're like, you know what? I want to learn some musical instrument. Maybe I want to start writing a blog. You know what? What if I want to try for acting? I'm 45 years old. Let me try. Why not? So the whole desire takes over of Rahu. Rahu tries to make you achieve beyond of what you are capable of doing. So let's say, for example, you're a bureaucrat in the government. You're doing your regular job. You're practical. You're real. Suddenly, either you get married, or especially once you turn 36 onwards, you start getting these desire about who you should be than who you are. Like, I want to become this person now. So that's what Rahu does. In this particular scenario, okay, Rahu always loves traveling to foreign lands and wanting to find a place in foreign lands in the third house. And especially, there's illusion about courage. You will tell your spouse, you know what, hon, don't worry about it. Something happens, we'll be fine. We'll be good. We'll take care of everything. No enemy can come after us. Internally, you are afraid. Internally, you're like, oh my God, how am I going to handle this? Oh my God, what if this happens? Oh my God, what if that person actually does become a competitor to my business? I don't think I can handle it. Internally, you are that. Outside, you're Rahu. Outside, you're like, you know, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, you're probably P.V. Herman internally. So this is the situation that Rahu plays out in the Navamsa in the third house. And I know a lot of people have said that, you know, your videos, you don't discuss much anymore, like your conjunctions, your planets through signs, or Navamsa video. The problem is this: when I was doing my planets through signs, planets through house series, I could give a whole lot, truckload of information. But now you're limiting me to, okay, specific things. When it comes to specific things, it's specific things. It's not like a whole cathedral of information. Now, from all of this, like let's say moon in the 10th house could be all of this. But now I'm specifically saying moon is in the 10th house in the sign of Capricorn for an Aries ascendant person. That means how much information I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you this much information. I'm not going to give you this much. Same thing with Rahu. Rahu is also very limited because we don't know what sign Rahu is in, number one. We don't know where the dispositor of Rahu is placed in Navamsa. Number three, we don't know which planet is aspecting Rahu. We don't know which yoga Rahu is making or the dispositor is making in Navamsa. Because yoga is created by the dispositor of Rahu or Ketu impact the result of Rahu. So for example, your Rahu is in the third house in Navamsa. Okay? You've got moon in the ascendant in Navamsa. You've got Venus in the 6th house, Mercury in the 7th house, Jupiter in the 8th house. Okay? And Rahu is in the sign of Venus. Let's say Rahu is in Libra. You're a Leo ascendant in Navamsa. So now, what result will Rahu give? Rahu will give result of Venus, number one. Rahu will give result of Chandra Adi Yoga and Lagna Adi Yoga in Navamsa. So now we have a completely different scenario of how this Rahu will work. In this scenario, without even any aspect, we can see that whatever this person is boosting about, honey, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and I'm going to achieve this. This person can actually achieve all those things that they're boosting about. But if the dispositor is not creating a good yoga, dispositor is not in a friendly place, you know, there's something happening to the dispositor, Rahu's going to be crushed. So this is why it's important that I give you this much information only and not talk nonsense outside of what I am to talk about. Now, there will be a series at one point where I'll be talking about a Rahu in the third house, in Navamsa, in the sign of Aries, or in the sign of Taurus. Then from all this information, you will have this much information. Then we'll go into the Nakshatra part in the Navamsa. It'll go this much. That's it. That's the game. Okay? So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Rahu in the third house for Navamsa. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. Again, if you want to know where your planetary placements are, all my books, reports, consultation, check out the links in the description. Also, my astrology school, Vedic Astrology Academy, where I'm just like opening the box of Pandora every day. I'm actually going to be talking about how all the nakshatras and zodiac signs are in your hand to the students. But anyway, though, that's you know, my conclusion of Rahu. So anyway, we will see you later. So I need to make more coffee so I can keep working and make my lesson for my tomorrow class in my school. Okay. See you later.